School District Number 1, Monday, April 26th, meeting to order. It's 5:30 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. I just have one thing that I'm going to move around here is new business, item A, the school district audit. We have some guests in the audience, so we'll jump that up to the top if that's okay with everybody. I don't think we need to make a change on the agenda, but just to make everybody aware, we'll probably handle that one first. What are the wishes of the board on the agenda?
I would move that we approve the agenda with your said change.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? I forgot to look over there. You guys had nothing, right? Okay. Not seeing anybody. Please call roll.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Next item on the agenda is public communication. Anybody in the audience wish to address the public? Anybody wish to address the public or address the board? Ooh, one of those days. It's been a Monday. Anybody else wish to address the board? Not seeing anybody, then we'll move on to the next item. Like I said, we're going to jump down to item 8, new business, review and consider approval of 24-25 school district audit. Abigail Martwick from Hager Comers here. Welcome. Nice to see you again. Maybe. No, just kidding. Audit looked pretty good.
Been quite a few years, yeah. Good afternoon. My name is Abigail, as you mentioned, with Hager Comer. We have completed the audit for the year ended June 30th, 2025, and I will cover just a few highlights from the report. We did issue a clean audit opinion, which is in the auditor's letter on pages 2 through 5 of the report. We also performed a federal audit as required for federal funding over $750,000 and issued a clean opinion on the schedule of federal awards. Government-wide financial statements on pages 6 through 7 report all capital assets and debt, including pension liabilities. Total assets are $210 million, and total liabilities are $185.8 million. The decrease in net position for the year was $2.4 million. Fund statements start on page 8. These do not include capital assets or long-term liabilities and report activities by fund. The net increase in all governmental funds is $3.1 million on page 10. The increase includes about $29.7 million due to capital outlay. This also reports bond proceeds of $21.5 million and principal paid of $4.35 million, as well as interest paid of $3.77 million. Page 49 is the general fund budget comparison. The district was over budget on general fund revenues by about $1.96 million, and we're also over budget on expenditures by about $2.1 million. Page 52 is a report of the federal funding, which was approximately $9.8 million for 2025. Page 54 through the end of the report is our letters on internal controls and compliance with our findings on page 59 through 63. Our findings include limitations in the segregation of duties, preparation of financial statements by the auditors, and journal entries posted during the audit. That concludes my presentation. If there's any questions from the board, I'm happy to answer those, or you're always more than welcome to contact our office.
Thank you, Ms. Martwick. Any questions for her? Anybody have any questions? Go ahead, Rick.
As far as what the findings and stuff, the segregation of duties and preparation of financial statements, how common are those for most governmental audits? Are those pretty much standard or?
Yeah, those three are very standard within the governments that we perform. Just because of the size of the government, we don't see much variation in those.
All right.
It's been kind of an ongoing.
Yeah, we've had those findings on our statements probably forever, long as we've been audited. I think I've made the argument that we could remove segregation of duties, but I don't blame them. We'd have to hire probably an additional 5 or 6 staff members to really truly have our duties segregated enough to remove this from our audit report. I just don't think we could ever have the staff to get it fully removed.
And Mr. Hagen, I've argued that one too. I haven't one either. Because, I mean, I say we got some mitigating controls with everybody looking at them because we publish them in the paper and everything like that, but that doesn't seem to cut the mustard either. So it's just small office space. I mean, we could probably do it if we hire a few more people, but that's not efficient. Anybody else have any comments? Any questions? If not, thank you very much. What are the wishes of the board on the approval of the 24-25 school district audit?
I'd make the motion to approve the 24-25 school district audit.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second?
A second.
And we have a second. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Seeing none, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you both very much. Have a nice evening. Enjoy it. It's beautiful out there. All right, now we'll go back up to the top to the administrator's report, and we'll start with an update on the Larson annexation hearing on April 6th. Dr. Bitts.
This probably could have went in the consent agenda. It doesn't require any action by you, but annexation hearings are a little uncommon. They don't happen very often. I've been a school administrator for 35 years, and this is the first one I've been involved in. Open enrollment, people can usually open enroll to the district they wish to attend. However, there are times where they want to run for school board or vote in the school board election or be more involved. And if they're contiguous, if they touch that area, they can move their property from one district to another district. This is a family that open enrolled their daughter into Sweetbriar last year. The gentleman attended his whole school years in New Salem, just preferred a smaller school. So 12.34 acres is going to be leaving our district and joining Sweetbriar. Mr. Wolf attended the annexation hearing with me. We did not oppose the annexation of the property, but we did say the default position in the law is that all existing debt, so our high school, Red Trail, Lakewood Elementary, the mills that we levy that were voter approved, this property will still be required to pay for that debt until it's expired. Any new debt that we add they will not have to pay. I can answer any questions, or Mr. Wolf, if you have something you want to add.
No, just next steps on it, because it's not done. This was the county one, reorganization. It's got another step yet.
Correct. It will go to the state board in early May. I can't remember the date. And because there was no opposition to it, it'll kind of be on the state board. I don't know if they have a consent agenda, but they won't. I assume it's going to be a procedural matter, and it'll be finalized in early May at the state level.
Any questions on that?
I got a question.
Yep, go ahead.
So with this then, so they have a child going to Sweetbriar, but they don't have any high school there. So that's down the road, then they get to high school. Does that land still going to Sweetbriar, or can they switch it back?
They will pay tuition. Sweetbriar will pay tuition for this student and any other students on that property to attend high school. Sweetbriar students generally go to New Salem, Mandan, or St. Mary's. So I'm not sure where. I assume they're going to go to New Salem. This is a New Salem family, is the way I would say it.
All right, anybody else? All right, that's for your information only. Then we'll move on to State Superintendent Levi Bachmeyer visit to Mandan High School May 5th, 10:30 to 12:30.
Yeah, just really hope that a few of you at least can attend. I think he's going to visit Mr. Miller's government class. Mr. Legacy is going to walk him through the building. I think it would be a nice opportunity if you can get away from work for you to attend.
All right. So if you can attend at the high school, right?
Correct.
Where are we going to meet, just in that open front area?
I
By
told
the
Levi,
offices?
I told Superintendent Bachmeyer I would meet him by the Big M out in front. So
Oh, right out in front. All right. May 5th. And with Mother Nature the way it's been, it could be 80 degrees or 20 degrees.
it's going to be 80.
All right. Next item, retirement recognition dinner venue 25, May 6th.
I was talking with Mrs. Revenich, and she said several of you have already let her know that you're coming and chosen your meal. If you'd still like to go, she would like to know by tomorrow, so that she can get a count into venue 25.
All right. Please get that in if you want to go, all right? Make sure we get that done. Anybody have any questions on that? Do you have a time on that? It's 6 o'clock, right? Okay. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda, and the consent agenda is review and consider approval of previous board minutes from April 6th, 2026, the SEP student achievement minutes from March 23rd, 2026, review and consider approval of March 2026 bills and March 2026 revenues and expenditures, review and consider approval of a second and final reading for the following policies: GBRIG, sick leave bank; GBRIAA, political leave; HAK, ratification and implementation of negotiated contracts; HAE, board negotiating agent; HAB-HAD, negotiations, objectives, goals, and duties; ICFA, content standards and curriculum; IDAA, career and technical education; IDBB, drug education program; IDCA, summer programs; IDCF, cooperative work experience programs; IDCH, independent study and correspondence courses. What are the wishes of the board?
I would move that we approve the consent agenda as stated.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second.
I'd like to ask a question or two, if that's possible.
Normally, we pull them out of the consent agenda. Which one do you want to ask?
About the student achievement minutes, just kind of,
All right. Can we just pull the student achievement minutes out and we'll put it under unfinished business?
sorry about that.
And then we'll deal it there. So let's just pull that one out. Yeah, let's put it down there.
Yes, I amend my motion. for the
All right,
consent
now do I have a
agenda.
second
Yes.
excluding item B? And we have a second. Please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Next item on the agenda is unfinished business. Review and consider a request to release a certified teacher from a signed contract. Faith Wheatgrass, English at Mandan High School.
Yes, if
Dr.
you'll
Rudolph.
remember, we tabled this last meeting pending finding a suitable replacement, and we have been able to secure a new English teacher. So I would ask the board, I'd recommend to release her from her contract pending paying of liquidated damages. That's what the subcommittee met and determined as a recommendation was to have her be assessed liquidated damages.
All right, so the recommendation from the administration is to release her but pay liquidated damages. What are the wishes of the board?
I would move that we approve the liquidated damages and her resignation.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Seeing none, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Next item on the agenda here in the unfinished business, we'll go to the student achievement amendments from March 23rd, 2026. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah. Just kind of reading through the minutes there, like, is the plan kind of to figure out maybe some sort of hybrid system, maybe?
Maybe part of what we talked about is just the timeline in moving to Infinite Campus. You know, we're moving away from Power School next year. About the realistically of doing something next fall just wasn't there on the timeline. So Mrs. Tomlinson, the middle school principal is going to work with her team, and in the fall when we meet, we're going to start talking about the potential of looking at some letter grades for 8th grade and what makes sense at the middle school. But do that in a larger conversation around just grading practices in general, around things like missed work and late work and those sorts of things, and how we can maybe find a balance.
Just to clarify, Dr. Rederath talked about Infinite Campus, but currently we use Power School. Every school in the state is required to use Power School, and that's what we take attendance and do grades in. That is going away here in about, well, sometime in May, I think they're telling us. And we're going to go to an Infinite Campus, but we don't have access to Infinite Campus. We don't know what that's going to look like. So I think there was a little uneasiness of making promises or writing checks that we can't cash. So I think that we wanted to see what Infinite Campus looked like, what ability that had next year. So, and then I think there's a couple other options for doing that. So just kind of see what the landscape looks like, see what that team can come up with, and it possibly is a hybrid system, yes.
And then just kind of seems like, is there quite a few teachers that kind of want to move away from this system, or not really?
You know, it's hard to tell. There were a group of teachers there that were, presented that are in favor of moving away from it. I don't know that would be accurate to say how much of that represents or not represents compared to those that are in favor of it. So I think there's been enough conversation around it that the committee just agreed that in the fall it made sense for us to just continue to explore what that could look like and what our options are and maybe what's the best fit.
Thank you.
And just to clarify, none of the teachers want to get away from standards. That was never the discussion. It was, there's other things, but everybody still wants standards. It's just how to present it for families.
And if I may, one more thing. I think one of our big focuses next year is going to be working with parents on understanding and how can we just continue to work with parents to increase knowledge and understanding, because everybody wants to know how to help their kid. And I think that's one of the hard things with standards is if I look and my daughter has a D in algebra and she's missing 6 assignments, I know what I can do. You're going to sit at the kitchen table and you're going to do your 6 assignments. Standards operate a little differently, and helping parents to kind of recognize if my child's at a 1 or a 2 and I want to help them get to a 3, how do we provide some guidance and resources so that they understand how to do that and feel like they can help is going to be a real big focus too next year.
Thank you. Sorry for screwing that up.
Oh, no problem at all. You had great question. All right. What are the wishes of the board on the student achievement minutes? So we need to approve those. I get a motion?
I move to approve the student achievement minutes for
All right.
March.
We have a motion. We have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Next item on the agenda, we'll go to new business. Item B, A was already done. Review and consider a motion to set bids for Mary Stark and Roosevelt projects. Mr. Legacy.
Yes, included in your packet is a bid opening summary from April 15th. We opened bids with Icon Architects. Just real quick, the projects we're doing at Mary Stark and Roosevelt this summer, pending your approval, is going to be new flooring in the gymnasiums with new cafeteria tables. We're going to renovate the small individual bathrooms that you find in the classrooms in those 2 schools. And then we're going to do a lot of major electrical work. Our new switchgear and branch panels will be fully replaced. It's going to be a busy summer in those schools. This is kind of year 1 of a multi-year project, so this will be stepped in. We're also going to be doing some flooring replacements at Roosevelt, and then that will continue. Next summer we'll do more. We'll get back and go through the flooring and doing some LED lighting upgrades in the future. But for year 1, right now, Kraus Anderson in their estimates, they estimated these costs about $1.5 million. The lowest bid was Northwest Contracting, their combined bid at just over 1.2. So under estimates, which is good for us. And I would stand for any questions. I would recommend approval. We do need to get going on this and get orders done as soon as possible. So.
All right, any questions on it? I did notice one of the other ones had a comment about switchgear coming in at 1120. That's not an issue going with Northwest?
It is not. We've
Okay.
been told they have a 6 to 8 week lead time on their switchgear for Northwest contracting. Switchgear is difficult to get right now. If you remember last year, we approved switchgear getting replaced at the Brave Center. That took, I think it was like 4 months just to get it in. So we had to shut down the Brave Center over Christmas to do that. Will not be the case here.
Okay, I was just checking to
Yep.
see if that was an issue. I just happened to see their note.
Yep.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? What are the wishes of the board?
I would move that we accept the bids for Mary Stark and Roosevelt projects.
All right,
So
we have a
can get
motion.
going.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Next item on the agenda, review and consider approving an extension to the real estate agreement to sell the lots surrounding Mandan High School. Mr. Legacy.
Yeah, just to clarify, this is for the property at the new high school. This would just be a 1-year extension with Knutson Commercial. There has been very little development in town or in that area. We're hoping that with Tri-Energy Cenex, they'll be starting to build here within the next few weeks, that hopefully that can kind of spur some development. I guess it would be my recommendation that we extend with Cam Knutson and Knutson Commercial for 1 more year. If we don't get any activity this time next year, I would entertain that we just do sealed bids. I don't think we want to play developer and sit on this too long, but let's give it 1 more year and see if with Tri-Energy building that maybe we can get some more development going.
All right, sounds good. Any questions or wishes for the board?
I'd make the motion to approve the extension of the real estate agreement to sell the lots from the high school.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
And we have a second. Any further discussion? Please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Next item on the agenda is review and consider request to hire an elementary principal for Nicole Schaff, elementary principal at Roosevelt.
Yeah,
Dr.
we would
Rivera.
recommend that you approve this hire and welcome her to Mandan. We're really lucky and excited to have her. She's born and raised in Mandan, already has students here in our district, so we're really lucky and excited to have her be a part of it.
All right. What are the wishes of the board?
I would move that we approve to hire Nicole Schaff for elementary principal.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
And we have multiple seconds. Any further discussions? Seeing none, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Next item on the agenda is review and consider request to hire the following certified staff. Kali Dahl, SLP at Red Trail, Alana Anderson, Building and Trades at Mandan High School, Mark Sheldon, SPED at Mandan High School, Cassie Suter, English at Mandan High School, Mary Cooper, Music at Fort Lincoln and Mandan Middle School. Dr. Rederath.
Yeah, just to note, Cassie is the replacement for Faith that you approved in the previous motion, and we're excited to have all of these individuals join Mandan Public Schools.
All right. What are the wishes of the board?
I would move that we approve the hiring of all listed certified staff.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. And welcome to all 6 of these individuals to Mandan High School. Welcome to the team. Next item on the agenda is review and consider request to be released from assigned teaching contract for Kelsey Isaacs, counselor at Lewis and Clark, and Nikki Hafner, instructor at MVA.
I'm going to deal with them probably in 2 separate, if that's okay
Works
with
for
the
us.
group. So with Kelsey Isaacs, normally I would suggest doing something like we did with Faith, of tabling it until we find a suitable replacement. However, we are interviewing tomorrow for school counselors, so there's a real possibility we could have a suitable replacement tomorrow. It's not a guarantee, but it's possible. So I would suggest that we approve releasing her pending finding a suitable replacement and enforcing liquidated damages damages. That way, if we are able to find a suitable replacement, we don't have to wait to the next board meeting to release her.
All right. What are the wishes of the board on Ms. Isaacs?
I would move to release her from her contract pending the hiring of another counselor and including liquidated damages.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Seeing none, please call roll on Ms. Isaacs.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Next item on next one on the agenda is Nikki Hafner. Anything you want to add on that one?
This one, I'd recommend we have a solution for filling the opening, so I'd recommend releasing her from her contract, again, though pending liquidated damages.
With liquidated
With
damage?
liquidated damages, excuse me.
What are the wishes of the board on Ms. Hafner?
I would move that we release her from her contract with the liquidated damages.
And we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Seeing none, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. In case anybody's wondering what we're talking about with liquidated damages, once they sign a contract with us, if they're going to get out of the contract, there's a liquidated damage clause associated with it, and that's what we're referring to when we're talking about that. And I'd like to thank all three of those individuals that we mentioned today that are leaving. Best of luck, and thanks for everything you've done in Mandan. We appreciate everything you did, so thank you for that. All right, next item on the agenda is consider, before we go to that one, I'm going to go to the future meeting dates. May 4th, regular school board, 5:30 p.m., City Hall. May 5th, state superintendent visit, 10:30 a.m., Mandan High School, meet at the M. May 6th, retirement and recognition, 6 p.m., venue 25. May 18th, regular school board, 5:30 p.m., City Hall. May 24th, graduation, 2 p.m., Start in Sports Complex. Start thinking about if you're going, because they'll need to know for setup. June 22nd, regular school board meeting, 4 p.m., City Hall. Any other meetings that we should add here? All right, if not, then we'll go back to G. Consider a motion to go into executive session to discuss negotiating strategy on the sale of school district property in accordance with North Dakota Century Code 4404-19.1. What are the wishes of the board?
I'd make the motion to go into executive session.
And we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, please call roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So at this time, we will go into executive session. When we're done with that, we will come out and either have a motion or not, and we will adjourn the meeting at that point in time. Thanks, everybody, and have a wonderful day.